Even though you're painting something from nature, you're going to want to have balance in your piece so that it doesn't look so abstract. Because whenever you're applying things to a helmet, it's a round surface, it's a dome. You know, you kind of want to go with the flow of the helmet or the substrate and just kind of keep everything natural looking. So what I would do from here is I would kind of make me a couple of circles. And basically, these concentric circles are going to be your the extremities of your brake. So, but you would just go in there and make some little abstract H shapes and come in, and they're going to be a lot more, your cracks are going to be closer together the closer towards the hole, and the farther out you go, the bigger the cracks are. See what I'm saying? So this right in here is going to be really white, and then it's going to come out, come down, and they're going to, and remember, it's glass, so it's going to have hard edges and straight lines, and it's not going to be, the only lines that you're going to have that are somewhat rounded is the ones between the cracks, like so, going in the circular shape because it's following the shape of the bullet. So the cracks this way are going to be somewhat rounded, but the ones going out, the way the glass is going to break is going to be straight lines. Now, I should probably show you what it looks like on paper. So, what I'll do is, let's see. This is really difficult. There, how about that? That's one on paper. Now, see what I mean by your lines going out straight, radiating from it, but the ones going concentrically around the entrance is they'll be somewhat round. So I know I just probably made y'all motion sick from all this moving around and whatnot, but my roll of art mask is actually my camera phone flash thing holder. But anyway, so you got this thing. I don't really like it, so what I'll do is, being that it's a water-based, as per Createx instructions, I'll take my blue shop towel and I can knock it down a little bit with that, or like the people at Createx said, you take some odorless mineral spirits to clean your surface, and I can just take it and wipe it on, and this is good for getting any loose overspray or anything like that off of your paint job. This stuff is kind of like milk. But anyway, you wipe it on. See that overspray? You take that and you can kind of smooth it out and clean your overspray so that everything that was meant to stick will stick. I mean, you don't have any dust on there that would cause any kind of adhesion problems. I was using this Duplicolor wax and grease remover because I was a bonehead and I wasn't paying attention. Got on there, found some really good advice at the Createx website. Some really, not advice, but you know, instructions for their use, and you know, I found out a lot of cool stuff, and just from being a bonehead, I wasn't paying attention and thought I knew stuff, but I actually learned a lot from looking at their website. So go to Createx, colors.com. Check it out, all their tech sheets and stuff like that, and learn about the product. Some of it can be a little bit confusing, but that's what, Reaper created this fine group that we have for us, so that we can talk about it and learn more about this fine product. Anyway, little shameless free plug for Createx and Reaper. You're welcome. Anyway, I'm going to take and I'm going to make one. I'll draw him, do my little lines, radiating out. Now, I reduced my detail white quite a bit. So, I don't know. I don't even remember. It was like 3 drops to 16 drops of, I don't know, I don't do drops. I just put it in there, fill up the bottom of the reservoir down there in the little hole where the needle slides back and forth, and just add it until I think I like it. This stuff is so versatile that you don't really need a mixing ratio. I would say that you need a good starting point. But I wouldn't say that there's any right or wrong way to do it. Just going to come in here with this most intense inner ring. And how wide and how thick you make this depends on the thickness of the glass that you were trying to imitate. If I wanted a really thick glass, then I would go in here and put a really thick ring. But I'm thinking, I kind of like it kind of thin. And I'm just kind of sketching. I don't really have very good airbrush control. I'll go ahead and admit that. I am probably one of the world's worst airbrush handlers that there is. Jaime Rodriguez was probably, in my opinion, the finest freehand artist I've ever seen. He had more control over that airbrush than anybody I've seen. And you can have airbrush control and be lacking in your art skills, or you can have art skills and be lacking in your airbrush control, in which that's more probably where I'm at. So I just take it slow, and I don't try and, I try, like y'all seen in my post the other day, I was spraying on some butcher paper and just trying to get better at my freehand skills, because like any other muscle, your hands need exercise, and if you don't exercise them enough, then, well, they're going to be sore and they're going to get tight halfway through your paint job. And whenever you make these little sketch lines, make them real light. And kind of taking a page from some pinstriping. Look at your line that you're painting and look where you're going, not at the end of the airbrush. You will be able to follow what you're doing far better if you look where you're going. You don't look at your feet when you walk, you look at the path you're on. Keep your eyes on your path. Eyes on path, just like they say where I work. Bunch of safety gurus. But let me see if I can turn these lights out back here and make it a little bit easier for you guys to see. Well, that's not much better.
That's great.